Go Twins.
Yeah, we shall see, because the Twins are moving on. They have not one, but they have won 2 playoff games. As you can see, we are festive in our Twins attire because they are going on to the ALDS. Houston is going to have a problem. And this is episode 98 of the Three Guys Talking Ball podcast. It is the
Bang the trash cans. Bang the trash cans.
It is the Linval Joseph, Tony Saragusa episode, RIP.
Rest in peace.
Here. But as we said, Twins are moving on. Twins 2-0 against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Once again, America is better than Canada.
Amen.
Once again.
I tweeted this out on the podcast page. You know what's worse than having your season end is having to go back to Canada. Ooh.
Yeah. Gross.
They are going to enjoy that maple syrup, though. They have all off season to eat it.
And then to be disappointed by the Maple Leafs playoff time. It's beautiful.
But hey, at least they have the Raptors.
They got the Raptors. They almost got Damian Lillard.
Yeah, almost.
They almost got Damian Lillard.
Thanks, Shams.
But two incredible pitching performances by the Twins in Pablo Lopez and Sonny Gray today. And then an all-time absolute bonehead, analytics are stupid pitching decision by the Blue Jays manager Johnny Anderson.
Unbelievable.
Barrios with 47 pitches, hasn't given up a run. I think he gave up 2 or 3 hits, and then they just decide, walks one guy, we're going to pull the plug. And they said it on the broadcast that all the Twins were dapping each other up like, oh, we got him now. And that's what happened. The Twins got 2 runs after they pulled Barrios, and then some incredible defensive plays by Carlos Correa. That's why you go out and spend money to get him. Had a hit that gave the Twins the lead, and picking off Vlad Guerrero to end a threat from the Blue Jays, and then turning a double play in the next, or maybe it was the inning before, but 2 huge plays defensively. A lot of the things where in those situations in past years, that's where it goes pear-shaped for the Twins, and the Twins end up losing, and why they were in that 18-game losing streak. But, you guys, there is, and we don't say a lot of nice things about England, but Roger Bannister, the first person, he was an Englishman, he was an Englishman, was the first person to break the run a sub 4-minute mile. And after that, there was a continuous streak of people breaking it. All it takes is just that one for the floodgates to open. Now, is that going to be the same for the Twins? We're going to find out. And as a positive vibes only podcast, we have to believe.
I mean, I don't know how you can. We just broke the longest playoff curse of all time. Like, literally, 18 straight, 21 years.
In terms of just winning a game?
A game, not even a series, just a game.
Yeah, because the last series win was in 2002 in Oakland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
21 years ago. But, no, Dylan, you nailed it with their manager. What an idiot. Barrios was dealing. He hasn't thrown that good since probably 2020 with the Twins. He was ungodly good today. His splitter, sinker, whatever the hell it was disgusting. We couldn't touch it.
But in Toronto, your season is on the line. It's truly win or go home. There is no tomorrow. There is no, we might need Jose, 4 days from now, or down the road here. It's, if you lose, you're getting on an airplane, and we're not seeing you until February. You have to put all the chips in. You have to be all in on this. And he clearly didn't want it. And this tells me that this Toronto manager, guess what, boys? He lays up on par 4s. And he pees sitting down. He doesn't want to win. That's all. And he lives in Canada. So some would say he's a bitch, but that's whatever.
I don't think that's right. That might have been Rocco's 2 best games he's ever managed. I'm not gonna lie. The bullpen usage. I know a lot of people don't trust Jax. When he's on and he's probably a top 15 relief pitcher in the game. You put him between Brock Stewart and Duran, like, good luck. Like, that's a three-headed monster you don't want to face, and we saw that why in these last two games.
Mm-hmm.
Even Louis Varland, he struggled a little bit today, but let him get his feet wet a couple times. He pitched yesterday, got an out, obviously, but the dude's hitting triple digits, and he hit like 95 out of as a starter. So there's a lot of freaking arms that the Twins can throw at you right now.
And can we give it up for the Target Field crowd? They were electric. Listening to it on the radio and then watching it on TV, just how audibly loud, and the broadcasters mentioning it, how much they played a factor in the game, and that clearly the bats for Toronto were not. It kept them hiding, and they were under the covers.
Correa actually said after the game the only reason they did that pickoff move was because they couldn't hear the third base coach. That's literally, Correa knew that, and that's how he came up with the idea to try and do the pickoff.
Yeah.
Genius.
Smart heads up play too, and
he's worth every penny just off this series alone.
Yeah, just for his defensive abilities.
And that experience, and they're going to need it. They're going to need it because they're playing his former team. They're going to be facing some in tremendous pitching and just a roster that, defending World Series champions. And the nice thing about taking care of Toronto in 2 games, it gives Royce Lewis an extra day off where he can hopefully heal that hamstring up and get a little bit healthier, where I probably won't be able to play in the field yet, but if he can find ways, and even just his presence, where Toronto clearly, after he hit those 2 home runs, they were pitching around him. They wanted nothing to do with him, and able to score the go ahead run today. Luckily, never got into a situation where he was in a double. Well, he did hit into a double play, but having him healthier, it's gonna just they're only gonna get better and give the arms and bullpen an extra day of rest. So to see who I'm curious who they're gonna start in Game 1 on Saturday, but
I would assume it's gonna be Joe Ryan. The 5 days lines up for Pablo to go Game 2, Sonny to go Game 3. So I mean, you're getting your ace Game 2. Kind of. If you don't win Game 1, that it's okay. But now you got your ace going Game 2. Get that win, go back home, take home field, and then you got Sonny, who's been obviously a top 5 pitcher, top 6 pitcher all year.
Mm-hmm.
It's setting up very nicely. That to win today instead of tomorrow is massive for their rotation.
And just to keep that momentum going too, where if they would have lost today, there's that doubt that creeps in. Oh, here we go again. Now we've got this nervousness. Like we have to get out of our that first round jitters. Now it's there. Now they can just go and play free.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. Houston's very beatable at home. They're under 500 at home.
Yep.
15 games over 500 on the road. So if you can take either 1 or 2, that's going to go obviously big time. But you could have a chance to take both of them here. Like, Houston's not like what they were last year. They're not as great as everyone thinks they are. Like, they're solid, but they're not some crazy team like they were juggernaut last year.
Yeah, they're not that juggernaut where it's like it's Houston against the field.
No.
I don't think people would be surprised in the national media or just your casual baseball fans if the Twins end up winning this series. I'm not saying they're going to be favorites, but I think you're going to have people picking them to win. And I know that doesn't mean much, and you still got to play the game, but that just, to Ethan's point, changes how people are viewing this Houston team compared to years past. Because before, when they were on these dominant runs, it was Houston ALDS in 3. Houston in 3. We weren't even thinking about this. So, they're not the team that they used to be, but they're still a good squad. But hey, that's why we play the game, right?
Mm-hmm. And with how we're pitching, you score 3 runs and you probably got a 60-70% chance to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
now since the Twins are since the Twins have won their first series, ended their 18-game losing streak. We're gonna go back to 2004 and see what the world was like back when the Twins won their last playoff game before yesterday or Tuesday. The most popular film in 2004? Do you guys know it?
I have no idea.
Could I get a small hint? I have no idea.
Um,
Shrek 2.
Yes, that's
Yes!
No way.
Woo!
You know what the
All
do you
right
know
now.
what the most popular? Do you know what the most popular not fiction book was?
No.
One of the Harry Potters.
No, The Da Vinci Code.
Oh, fantastic movie.
Yes, excellent movie.
And the top TV show in 2004 was what?
Was it Friends last season?
Has to be.
It was not. It was American Idol.
Oh.
Gross.
Is that Carrie Underwood's year?
Uh-huh. It might have been.
She
I
would
don't
have been
know.
right around that time. Yeah, yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
All right,
So
well, if
and
it's-
then
I can respect that.
a 20-ounce loaf of bread cost $2.09. A dozen eggs were $1.49, and 5 pounds of white potatoes were $1.99.
Okay, what's the real question here? What was gas?
Yeah, yes.
I am trying to find that here.
If it was less than 2, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I'm going back.
I'm building that time machine that Stewie and Brian tried so many times on
Yep.
Family Guy.
And then getting rid of Bill Smith.
See ya, Bill.
Yep.
Oh, Dylan, you'd think this
The
would be
price of
you think this would be the first
the
thing
pri-
out there?
the price of gas.
I'm gonna say 229.
I'll say 214.
So it would have been in October. The price of when the Twins won their last, so 2004. It was 204.
Ooh.
Okay,
That's a little
Okay.
high. Okay.
but
Wow,
at
light
least
Uh-huh.
rough.
at least it wasn't under 2.
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Better than what it is now.
Yeah, well, dude, I
Better
remember
than
in,
what it is now.
like 2014 when it got to under 4. I about cried because I was so excited.
Grant, here's a knack for you about gas.
Myers.
Dylan and I live next to Canterbury and Mystic Lake, the casino. There's like
Yep.
reservation land there. There's 2 gas stations. Gas there is like $3.40, Grant. They don't have
Can-
to pay the federal tax.
Oh my goodness! You should go there.
Every time. Yep.
Dang!
Yep. I should have told you when you were down here Monday.
I totally would have picked it up there on Monday. Damn!
Yeah. Yeah. It was like 3.
It's a big deal.
So last year, that was in my lifetime. Like I don't ever remember gas being over $4 until last summer. Like
Yeah.
I remember it being
Yeah.
at like $3.99, but I never ever remember it being over $4 until last year. But another good question that you that goes up with the gas question. Inflation was 2.66%.
What is it, like 8 now?
I think it's like 7.7.
Something like that. Too high.
Perfect.
Yeah. So and then it says the average price for the year was 174.
Like home? Or what do you mean
the
by
average gallon of gas for the year was 174. It says.
Oh, okay, 2004. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yep. Ronald Reagan passed away.
Oh wow. Yeah, rest in peace.
Uh-huh. George W. Bush was reelected as president.
yeah.
Kmart Corporation announced that it was buying Sears, Roebuck and Company for $11 billion.
Well, that was a stupid decision.
Yeah, now they're all out of business.
Yeah. Is the Sears in the Mall of America, is that still open or is that
Absolutely
that
not.
close?
The Sears left.
I don't think so. I think they put something else there now.
There might be one store left, I think. That's it. But, man, $11 billion back then, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
My God.
Holy hell.
Do you know who won the U.S. Open in golf in 2004?
I'm going to go Ernie Els.
Stuart
It
Singh.
was not Ernie Els. Nope. Retief Goosen.
Who the hell is that?
I was pretty close with my...
I've heard the name.
He was
No,
a
you
European.
haven't. No, you stop lying.
I have heard the name.
He would be going right up there with Tiger and PJ Singh. Like, they were all
Yep.
right up there.
All right. Well,
Yep.
I'm not a 2004
Who won
Elite Golf
Stanley
mind.
Cup?
The
Who
what?
did?
Who won the Stanley Cup?
I'll go Detroit Wings.
04.
There was a team from Detroit, though, that did win a championship in 2004, though.
That would be the Pistons.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who, what?
East or West Coast?
East.
Was it New Jersey?
It was by the Devils.
It was not. It was the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, Caleb. Wow, he would have known
Yeah,
that.
Caleb just missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was St. Louis. St. Louis was the captain of that team.
That's crazy. He's still playing, isn't he? No.
No, he's. I think he's their.
The goalie. Never mind.
No, I think he's their general manager. He's an executive somewhere.
Yeah,
or was an executive. I don't know.
In 2004, the cost of a Super Bowl ad was $2.3 million.
Oh, that's it.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
We could have put one out that year. Shoot. Dang. Popular baby names in 2004 were Michael, Matthew, Joshua, Jacob, Emily, Emma, Madison, and Olivia.
What kind of names do we have for kids nowadays? Shout out Olivia. Kids names these days suck.
I saw a name today when I was trying to hire someone, Olivia, but it's Alivia.
Like, oh, gross.
Like, Olivia.
Olivia.
Facebook was launched in 2004.
Really?
Yep.
19 years old?
So,
no kidding.
Son of a gun.
Yeah.
Wow. More you know.
In January, Google launched the social networking site Orkut. ORKUT.
Nope.
Well, Google's done a lot of good, but that's not up there.
Nope.
Yep. But yeah,
I'm just happy I got Shrek 2.
That's
That was
incredible.
impressive.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. For some reason, it just came to me. I was like, Shrek was early 2000s. Shrek 2 was great. It wasn't as good as Shrek 1. Shot in the dark.
I'm not saying you're a terrible or stupid person, but that might have been the best thing you've ever done.
I literally pulled a rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah.
Yep.
I knew it'd be some sort of like Disney-esque movie, but I wasn't sure which one.
Yeah. So, man,
Do you guys know who was originally set to play Shrek in the movies?
Robin Williams.
It was not Robin Williams.
That's a good guess. I don't know.
Chris Farley.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
That would have been great too.
Yeah, that would have been really good.
Yeah. If you go onto YouTube, you can find some of his auditions for it.
Okay.
Interesting.
But